Yo, guys, what's up? Hello, hello.
Yo,
You know
what it is?
You know what time it is.
I saw, dudes.
It's 7:32.
It's 7:32. Shit, I was late. Fuck.
We're only 2 minutes late. That's for us. That's fucking early
That's
as
good.
shit.
Yeah,
That's good.
We're doing all right.
Yeah.
you know, relative to Winter House Gaming, that's actually 15 minutes early. So.
Roughly.
It's-
I don't know how Winter House math works. So
Yeah, it doesn't.
Neither do I.
doesn't.
It's,
None of it actually works. So I
if
did
it
have
worked, we'd be making money.
I did have to look at the Facebook to make sure we actually had the podcast this weekend, because for some reason I thought it was next week.
And then it would have been
Today.
really late.
that can happen from time to time.
Yeah.
And it often happens to me.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, we were
And
on
me.
today. Yeah, specifically Eric, the most recent time I believe. But hey, it happens. It's all right. So how's everybody going? It's Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday. It's Thursday.
It's definitely a day of the week.
It's
That
a
much
day of the
we
week.
can
It's like I have
establish.
no fucking clue what day it is. What are you gonna do?
Probably somewhere after Monday and something before Sunday. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing all right. It's been a good day.
Being safe down there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, relatively speaking.
No more or less safe than you usually are,
That's
Basically.
where you just go out and just eat heroin needles
Yeah.
out of the Walmart.
I mean,
parking lot.
I'm still, snorting bath salts and wrestling alligators because I live in Florida and that's what we do down here.
true. Right.
Wow, you got it backwards, man.
But,
I'm wrestling bath salts and snorting alligators.
But at least I'm wearing a mask when I do it, so it's I'm preventing the spread.
Exactly.
Not bath salt zombies. We're making sure those continue strong, but gotta stop that COVID, man. That shit sucks.
Yeah, that stuff does suck. Evidently, my audio sounds funny. I do apologize. So please talk amongst yourselves so I can fix it.
Wow.
Yes,
Eric,
Tony.
you and I have been playing Sekiro.
I was just about to say it's a
Again.
great time to bring up Sekiro. Oh, fucking Sekiro. So
Yeah.
it's my buddy at work and I've been talking, and he wants to do some cosplay. We want to cosplay as Sekiro characters, and fucking I'm like, if I'm gonna cosplay as a Sekiro character, I'm supposed to do a Gyobu Masataka Oniwa, by the way. If I'm gonna be cosplaying as a Sekiro character, I should probably beat Sekiro. Because when it came out, I played the shit out of it for like a month. The game made me so incredibly mad, unlike any game I've ever played in my life. And this is as like a hardcore Dark Souls fan, hardcore Monster Hunter fan. I play a lot of hard shit, but Sekiro just tapped into this burning rage inside of my brain, unlike any other game.
It can do that.
I'm
It
actually
does.
curious. I believe I fixed my microphone problem, but I'm
Sounds fine
curious.
to me.
You guys, you guys mentioned that the other day, how you both were going to get into Sekiro again. Eric, you started that kind of downward trend there for Tony.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, Tony.
one of you guys mentioned that it was harder now than it was before, but then the other one mentioned it was easier than before.
Yeah. So I think a lot of it stems from perspective, because Tony actually muscled through it and beat the fucking game. Bravo, Tony. Way to go. And
Look what I fucking got. 6 years off my life.
right.
Yeah, a lot
And
of therapy.
and I took the coward's route and just stopped playing the fucking game because it was just
right here.
not good for my mental health.
I did that.
And it was turning me into an alcoholic, and it was just not a good scene. But so anyway, like, Tony beat the game, so I think that his perspective going back to it was like, oh, I beat that shit. Fucking, I can just go through it again. That's not a
I
problem.
can just power through it, yeah.
I
Got a
mastered
little
it.
cocky. Yeah.
Whereas I went into it with like this just overwhelming sense of dread of like, oh my god, the game is gonna make me so mad again. It's gonna be so fucking hard. And because of that mentality, I've just been blasting through the game. I've been in like this zen-like state where I'm just parry, 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 jump, attack, attack, stab. Wow, that was it. It's fucking dead already. Like,
And I'm over
what
here.
was I bitching about?
I'm over here looking at it on my where my PS5 4 games are, and I'm over here like, Don't you fucking move from there. You die over there. Don't fucking do it.
Poor Sekiro. But yeah, no, like I mean, I got up to the armored what's his face on the bridge, a guy that looks like an Abyss Watcher from Dark Souls 3.
That's weird because that's actually one of the last bosses that I fought before I went to go fight the Dragon Boy.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, granted, I haven't been doing like a lot of the side optional stuff along the way. I've been just making a beeline through it. But I mean, not a single boss has taken me more than 2 or 3 tries so far. Even like the bull gave me the hardest time the first time around for some reason, and this time I'm just deflect, attack.
Yeah, I mean,
attack.
Oh, you make it sound so easy.
Honestly, you forget what some of the movesets are because there are actually so many optional bosses in Sekiro. It's frankly, it's a little insane.
It is crazy.
So after a while, they all start kind of blending together, and so when I actually got back to the Blazing Bull, I was trying to be uncomfortably aggressive. You got to approach it with the patience of Dark Souls, but that doesn't mean you can relax. You have to be as aggressive as Bloodborne.
Yeah,
it's a delicate balance to achieve. And with Blazing Bull, you really, it's one of those scenarios where just don't even lock onto him. Just don't. Just run away from him. And then once he starts charging at you, once he's just committed to the charge, he just like one attack and you can just deflect it when he brings his head up. Yeah. And then do that like 7 times and then just go in for the kill blow and then that's it.
Yeah. You play it like a matador almost. You just like,
tell me more about...
wait, hold back, wait for him to charge and just ding.
Tell me more about this kill blow.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
That'll be exclusive to our Pornhub page.
Yes, exactly. And there it is. Wow, it did not
fulfill
7 minutes.
The Pornhub segment
7
of
minutes.
our podcast. Yeah.
7 minutes in. I think that's
that was quick. That was really quick.
Moved right into it.
Yeah, I just.
But yeah, I mean, granted, I haven't fought some of the like harder bosses yet. Like, I know that the first time I played the boss that pretty much I did end up beating it and I got a ways past it, but it just like scarred me so bad because of how mad it made me that it made me not want to touch the game was Ganishiro. I haven't fought Ganishiro yet on this playthrough.
Yeah, it was a hard one.
See how it goes. But no, I feel like before when I was playing the game, I was like in a very panicked state and I was like so focused on trying to attack and trying to like find time to attack. But I'm like, this time I'm just like standing back, letting the bosses do their things. And I focus solely on defense until there's an opening. And that just seems to be the Sekiro way. And it just never clicked with me before. So,
I'm going back and actually having a more difficult time. I just about broke my controller at Lady Butterfly. Still haven't beaten her yet. Decided to take a break and come back. Because
2 years later,
I realized something that actually made me feel bad about myself. I realized that the technique that I used to cheese her the first time has since been patched.
Oh, the Nightjar Slash no longer effective. Yikes.
Yep.
This time around, I haven't even bought a single skill yet aside from the Makiri counter. I've just been
ignore that. My bad. My bad.
So. The only skill I bought so far is a Makiri counter, which I've been abusing the shit out of. But other than that, like I've just been sitting on my skill points until I hit like a wall, until I hit a brick wall where I feel like I need more skills to progress. So I'm sitting on like 13 skill points right now. And I'm just like, I don't know what to spend them on. Whatever, I'll just hoard them.
Yeah, do it. I mean, that's honestly
you don't lose
the
them.
best way to go. And right now, I'm actually not even stuck at any mandatory boss. I'm actually at the dumbest place, which is actually an optional boss of the Lone Shadow Long Swordsman. Once you get to once you roll up on Ashina Castle, you actually bang a left, and underground there's the dude, and it blocks some sort of path. I've actually completely ignored it the first time. I actually never beat him before.
Yeah, and I did beat him. He was one of the bosses I did beat, mini boss, I guess. but he was probably next to Ganishiro. He was the one that gave me the hardest time. Like, he pissed me off so fucking much. There's such a small amount of space you have to fight him, and he's aggressive.
I'm actually about to go fight Genichiro.
Oof.
I'm in the castle. I'm fighting the monks.
You're gonna hear him. You're gonna hear him screaming
Godspeed.
all the way from his house. You motherfucker! Crush the controller. Throw it.
Yeah.
I need a new monitor, by the way, because I just smashed it.
Nice.
Fuck.
Anyway, that's enough talk about a year-old.
Did you guys? Let's jump over into something a little more comical. And in that sense, I'm talking about
failing at Sekiro is hilarious.
That is funny, but not
in the moment, but afterward.
Not as funny as the new Fast and Furious game.
I saw that.
Did you watched it?
I didn't watch it. I just saw that it existed, and then
if you haven't seen the trailer,
nah, fam, I'm good.
Or if you haven't seen the trailer or screenshots, this looks like a game from PlayStation 2 era. It's bad.
It's rough.
It's bad. I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my god, it's like, Smuggler's Run meets, Vigilante or something like that. It's, because that's what Fast and Furious is. But then I just started noticing, I'm like, what is this? Is this like a joke, like a fan-made game that they want to play or have made? But no, It was fucking real. And it was real bad. I couldn't believe it. Vin Diesel
was so proud to announce it at the Game Awards.
Right.
It was awful. I mean,
I saw him coming out on stage with what was it, Michelle Rodriguez or whoever the fuck is in that movie.
Yeah.
She's scary. She's what I like to call scary hot.
Yeah.
Oh, super scary and super hot.
Yeah.
I just go by the shorthand and scary.
Scary. Yeah. So the game looks so
hot is just kind of enveloped in that for me. Like, I mean, I see Pyramid Head, boom, instant boner. Just anything that scares me makes me horny.
Yeah. Yeah. You scared me, and I came. So it looks so incredibly terrible. I don't understand how they're gonna be able to sell it for $60, but people are gonna buy it.
Yeah, it's the same people that watch the movies.
Terrible. I only watched
to absolutely no people.
They're gonna chug a bunch of Monster Energy drinks and blast 5-finger death punch while they play their 60
while they beat up their girlfriend.
It's absolutely true. I want to take a real quick moment to say hi to everybody that's been saying hi in the chat. James,
hey, what's up, y'all?
Svenja, how you doing? Don, what's going on? Austin, Chris, Harry, how you doing? Hope you guys are happy and safe today.
Of course.
At the same time,
Matthew.
That's right. Of course, Matthew. Oh, look, there he is. He just said Tony ... Are you talking about his? We're not supposed to talk about it.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
His lack of
I've been this way the last 2 years, so
yep.
I think you're misremembering.
Yeah.
I just kind of like stuck an index card over the bottom of my computer screen, so I just see Tony from here up. He looks kind of like a shinobi right now.
Yeah. Yep. Or what's his name? Fucking Home Improvement guy.
Yeah, right.
The guy across the fence.
Yeah,
no, I was gonna call him Willard.
Wilfred.
Wilson.
Yeah, it's Wilson.
It might be Wilson.
Fuck, I can't remember. Great show though.
Well, when I think Wilson, my brain goes to Castaway with the ball.
That's right.
Yeah.
So basically, the moral of the story about Fast and Furious is none of us are buying it. So that leaves us.
Kelly might.
Well. Okay, I spoke a little too quick, which happens. He might definitely buy it.
Kelly's like, wow, I don't know. It does have a car on the front. It's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I bet it's fantastic.
Don says, Tony, you're going to grow it back. Yes, I've already started. Yep. And for my next, 10,000 stream reward, I'm actually going to grow it on stream instead of shaving it on stream.
Instantly, just bing, there it is.
Yep.
If I ever have to shave mine, I'll give him some of it so he can,
I've got it all saved in a jar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good place for it.
So another thing that came out this past weekend, which is actually pretty cool, is Minecraft Dungeons. Okay. I can't remember exactly when they announced this, but it was quite a while ago. 2 years, maybe. Was it about?
No, I think it was last year.
I think it was last year, but still, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It was announced longer than it should have taken to develop it.
Right. So, I played it and streamed it this past week twice, and I got to tell you, my initial thought of it was, this is really cool. This is really cool. And then I realized how empty things kind of were. I do not think that they should have had a standalone game, in all honesty. It makes a great,
At least not a full price one, right?
right.
Is
Well,
it
it's
full
only
price?
no, it's only $20.
Oh,
They
So it's-
should have
right.
partnered with like any other company, like Blizzard, to kind of
Yeah.
make it like a Diablo style, like a
Okay.
Diablo-esque Minecraft aesthetic
Exactly.
dungeon crawler.
So
listen, Blizzard has their hands busy with Diablo Immortal because
true.
we all know how badly everyone wants that.
don't take them away from that, that's for sure. But it in my opinion, it seemed like it was kind of empty, you know. It was incredibly short, probably 4 hours. If you're really kind of going ham all the way through it, you could beat it in 4 hours. But everything left a whole bunch to be desired. I mean, you were missing weapons that you thought you should have had, and you didn't get things. You didn't get a large variety of weapons either, it seemed.
Yep.
There must have only been 5 or 6 different varieties of weapons, and they were all kind of just lame. I will tell you
That's
the
kind of
last
like
bottle
the crux
is,
of that sort of game is like loot and weapons and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
That's the stuff that has to be on point. With
if you're
that
gonna give me
dungeon
a
crawler style
short
game.
story, which kind of was lame anyway. It wasn't that great. It was a very typical story. If you're gonna give me something short like that, give me a lot of loot. Give me like Diablo amount of loot. I mean, you got a lot of loot in Diablo, a pretty decent amount.
Right.
You know, anything like Borderlands, for instance, give us a crap ton of shit we can't handle. And you think if they've already got all that stuff in Minecraft, they just kind of rinse and repeat, but maybe it's not that easy. The funnest part about the whole thing was carrying TNT on your head. Evidently, you can stack them 3 high.
Nice.
Makes
That's
quite the
pretty
boom.
Yep.
But other than that,
big booms.
other
It would
than
have
that,
to.
it's a game that I personally would play for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and that's it. I mean, I'd never touch it again. So,
I mean, you've already played it for a week, and do you foresee yourself playing it for a second week?
2 days. Oh,
There
I
you
have to
have it.
beat we're at the boss after 4 hours. No, less than 4 hours. No, it's about 4 hours. And we're at the boss, and after that, I probably will never touch it again. So it's on Game Pass. If you want to try it out for a couple days, you don't have Game Pass for PC, it's only $1 for a month right now.
Mhm.
So that's
There
a
you
really good way to test it out. So anyway,
Or you could get Game Pass and play like Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yep.
Or something that's worth your time.
yeah,
So,
I noticed.
Also,
I noticed on the stream the other day, a lot of people were asking about that didn't know about Game Pass for PC. It is one of the best
yeah.
quality in price that you can get for games as far as a subscription goes.
I am in love with Game Pass Ultimate.
It's fantastic. It's absolutely
Games on my
Really
PC. I have
It's
games on my Xbox.
so good.
yeah. So a lot of people, I mean, all of us right here are PlayStation guys through and through.
I
But
don't
we
like
can tell you-
PlayStation.
We can tell you right now, and I believe, and we all pretty much
Let
just did,
Let me hide the
that
evidence.
Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass is phenomenal. The Ultimate one is, it really is, really, you know, it's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
like I like PlayStation Now a lot. I have both PS Now and Games Pass. Even though I play PlayStation a lot more than Xbox, like after my year is up with PS Now, I'm probably just gonna cancel it just because I almost never use it.
Right.
That said, though, I also collect games for the PS4, whereas I really
Mm-hmm.
don't for Xbox or PC for that matter. Well, I mean, I have my Steam library would beg to differ, but that's
Yeah,
different. Steam library is its own thing.
A different creature.
But
You know-
like, you know, any multi-platform games or whatever I get because of the fact that I am primarily a PlayStation fan, I always get the PlayStation 4 version.
Yep.
So I mean, I've had my Xbox One for a few years, and I think I only have like 6 or 7 physical game discs for it. You know, most of what I have for it is either digital that I got through like Games of Gold or whatever. But then Games Pass is just perfect for me. It has a ton of games that will keep me busy as long as I'll ever need them to.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is a massive amount on
Great
there, and
value.
they're going to keep going. And I've been very impressed with their lineup, and I'm very impressed with the new console, which it's kind of a very quick segue over to PlayStation.
Yes.
They have updated their website. it's not what we want, but it's what we have, and it just says, coming soon, PlayStation 5, And
Right.
I've been looking at it every single fucking day, waiting for something that I am not going to catch. But we need to know. We need to know.
I think it's funny because I think subconsciously I'm kind of in the process of moving over my PS4 game collection over to my Xbox, and I actually find myself playing that more. Other than Sekiro, I haven't turned my PS4 on in about 2 months.
That happened to me one time when we were back at the Winter House, the actual Winter House, the first one, and
the titular house.
Yeah, exactly. I put down the PlayStation for holy shit. It was months. It was months, probably 6 months, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Playing games with Tony and Kelly and doing all this stuff, and then after a while, I kind of like, okay, now I'm back.
Yeah.
But it happens. I mean, there's no reason you can't play both. If you got both, do it.
I bounce back and forth quite a bit between. It's usually between the Switch and the PlayStation. Every now and then the Xbox gets its time to shine, but mainly when I'm like feeling nostalgic and I want to dig out Rock Band 4.
Yeah.
No, like, hey man, that's good. That's good fun to get fucking just piss drunk and
it hits different.
Sing REO Speedwagon to the top of your lungs in your living room.
You'd have to be drunk.
I'm gonna fuck Black Magic Woman. Turn it on. Turn it on.
Right? There you go. But no, yeah, I mean, I've had stints where like I go hard on Xbox for a few months, and I'm just like, oh man, why don't I play my Xbox more? I love this thing. And then I get a new game on PlayStation, and I go back to it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. This is why I never play Xbox, because I love my PlayStation. So it's like, yeah. I bounce around.
So Lisa's on here and she says, unless it plays PlayStation 4 games, I'm not buying a 5. I've put too much money in PlayStation 4 games. A lot of people are going to feel that same exact way, unless you're a collector. And then you're broke already.
I mean, they have essentially confirmed backwards compatibility, but they didn't confirm like full backwards compatibility. Right. During that long, really, really boring Mark Cerny speech a couple months ago, whatever.
And it's going to be just Qbert.
Right. No, I think the way he worded it was like the majority of the PlayStation 4 library is going to be playable on the PS5, and a lot of them will have like, kind of like pro mode, patch enhanced kind of thing, depending on developers. I'd imagine that all of the big exclusives will be 100% backwards compatible. Like, I can't imagine
the games you care about will work.
Right.
It would be absolutely insane if you got PS5 and it's like, oh yeah, Spider-Man and Horizon Zero Dawn aren't backwards compatible. Sorry.
Yeah,
like, there's no fucking way that's gonna happen. Yeah. Right. Oh, you guys wanted God of War? All right.
They're kind of saying that right now though with the sequel. Oh, you guys wanted that. Oh, yeah,
exactly.
I imagine.
Go work on it.
So,
pretty much. I'm sure they're prioritizing the games that people give a shit about.
Right.
And maybe like that Godzilla game that came out in 2015 or something.
Oh,
maybe
man.
that won't be backwards compatible. But who the fuck wants that to be?
The buildings look
about
like just...
Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee.
Yeah.
No, that game was a gem on the GameCube. You don't.
All the buildings just look like paper and cardboard.
Melee.
Yeah. Ethan says console and PC can't stand up against the far superior game platform, Samsung's smart fridge. Here's the funny thing about your Samsung smart fridge. I saw someone playing Google Stadia on it. Boom. Game console. Done.
There you go.
I mean, nothing can even begin to topple the power of the Nokia N-Gage.
Right.
So Stadia, what was it, a month ago or something like that? They like released a free version of it, and also they did a thing where like you could try premium for 2 months for free.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Stadia went out of business 2 months ago.
No, well, I signed up for it. I made my gamer tag and all that stuff. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'm probably gonna play with this sometimes. And I literally haven't even touched it a single time.
Can you do me a favor? Will you just test it out for 10 minutes. 10
Well,
minutes.
I did. Well, remember I did test it out when
okay.
when you let me play it on your account, and
Yes.
it's cool. I mean, the tech is decent. I'll give it credit where it's due. There's no way in hell I'm going to spend a monthly fee for something that like makes me still buy games. But then again, you said that like it does give you an ample amount of freebies for the service. So,
you
I mean,
know you do that right now,
yeah,
right?
push and pull. I mean,
you get free. The
different.
only thing that it gives you when you do the Pro is the free games.
Mhm.
PlayStation does the same thing. Xbox. And it also gives you what was the other thing? Access to I think 4K. I mean that's kind of a big one, but that's
I mean, that's one of the main reasons the PS4 Pro is my primary console right now. Is because
so if you absolutely care about the 4K, you'd want to have it. But believe it or not, you're really kind of doing the same thing right now. But I will tell you, it hits different.
Yeah, different. I mean, like I said, the tech is really cool. I like the flexibility of it and everything. Mm-hmm. It's still hard for me to pay for a game that is only streamed.
You know why?
And I know it sounds weird coming from a guy who downloads a lot of games, but first of all, like all my whole digital collection, I haven't paid full price for a digital game ever. Right. Like I always wait for flash sales and
they do have pro deals.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that. But either way, like I don't know, I like taking solace in the fact that it's downloaded on my system.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I still have PT on my PS4, and nobody can fucking take that away from me.
Yep. I have a
Konami
PS4
can
with
try
it.
to.
I have a PS4
you can play it offline.
Yeah. Yep. Konami can try to fucking wipe it from the store all they want. Mm-hmm. I still have it.
It's there forever.
And if something gets wiped from the Google Stadia store, you're fucked. Like, I spent $60 on that game and now it's gone.
That's the biggest thing. And, we won't get too far into it because we've done it a million times.
Right.
You can physically touch your console. Your games are on that. You can physically touch it. Yeah. Your games aren't on your Stadia controller, my Stadia controller. It's not there. It's just you can't physically touch these things. And that's like for you, you're a collector, and Tony and me, we're all collectors of these things. And so we want these things that we can physically touch most of the time, and if we don't, digital, probably because it was a really good deal for digital.
Exactly.
So I totally get your point. When I play Stadia, it's for very short amount of time because it feels different. I know in my head, psyching myself out that it's not a console. But it just feels different.
I feel like the primary allure of it would be either for people who have like very small homes and don't like having like a lot of systems and stuff like that. Like some people just like to have a more minimalistic, whatever, and they don't have to have a box for it. Like, I get that. Or people who like travel a lot, need those options of being able to play on this device, on that device, on this device, and have it completely seamless.
I definitely understand the need to play it while you're doing your job as like an over-the-road trucker while you're driving.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they need to play. They need to play SnowRunner while they're literally performing.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Tasks.
Bring it.
Driving the truck through the snow.
So with you saying that, my buddy Brandon, and you guys have heard his name a couple times, but he actually travels and got Stadia, and he loves it. He plays it on this, his little computer he's got in the hotels. Works fantastic for that.
That's awesome. So it definitely serves a very niche market.
Yep.
And it's cool that it exists for that market. I'm not that market, but it's cool that it exists for them.
Yeah.
But speaking of what I am in the market for, is we did kind of touch on it a second ago where he said, PlayStation, Sony kind of posted a tease of some sort. Well, the rumor mill has been floating around saying that June 3rd is the day. And granted, I don't always take a whole lot of stock in rumor mill stuff, but Jason Schreier tweeted about it.
Okay.
And he was Jason Schreier, who was formerly of Kotaku, now is a Bloomberg reporter. He's kind of a big deal.
Kind of went the other way there.
Yeah, but
the downgrade.
But still, he has a lot of insider info and is generally a very reputable source of that kind of information. So if he tweeted like, "Hey guys, June 3rd, PlayStation 5 info, check it," I feel like it's almost confirmed at that point.
And he's
that
always
June
been
3rd is the day we're looking for.
He's always been kind of a calculated person with his news too. So that's
Yeah.
That's
He doesn't he's not one to like spew out, random rumors that are completely unsubstantiated.
right.
Well, what if I want him to do that? Is there anyone that I can like rely on to just spout pure just conjecture?
You can go to gamespot.com.
Okay.
You'll find plenty of it.
What's
there.
Adam Sessler doing nowadays?
And half of
Who the fuck
IGN does
knows?
that too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um,
IGN and GameSpot are two of the most
And
egregious
honestly,
examples.
Kotaku as well.
Kotaku, yeah,
Kotaku's kind of up there.
yeah, they've kind
They've
of
gotten real bad.
they've lost a little bit of their their edge.
Yeah.
Their chutzpah.
I gotta tell you guys something really, really neat. Okay, and you can look this up after the podcast.
I probably won't, but
we talked about Half-Life Alyx, the new VR experience. They're adding an update where you grab, and this might not sound really cool or anything. Actually, I think it's cool, but to somebody it might be. In the bottles now is going to have liquid. Okay, so they figured out. I don't know exactly how it works, but everything that you picked up is going to look like slosh around like it has liquid in it. And I saw a video of it. It looks hyper realistic. It looks insane. And I encourage every single one of you to check it out because VR is taking massive leaps in the past few years. And
awesome.
And Half-Life Alyx is leading, in my personal opinion, is leading that whole entire thing now when they release it.
I'm getting PTSD about fucking Half-Life right now. So
that's actually why I started talking about Half-Life Alyx, because I want to hear about a few of your experiences that you've had recently. Eric, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna. I mean, Tony, you go ahead. I'll say my thing after. It's just a little aside.
So I thought I was going crazy for the longest time because I'm playing Black Mesa, and I'm just like, I don't remember any of this in the original Half-Life. And then later on, I'm like, oh, it's different. Like they just redid a bunch of stuff and reworked and retooled, so to speak, the story. And I'm like, this makes a lot more sense. And then I got even more confused because of I was kind of sitting in it, and I'm just like, I've never done this before. I don't know what to do with this at this part. But I will say that it's a remarkable game, and I'm so happy to own it. And if you can honestly spare the $20, I've been streaming it for about 6 of my streams now. And I was actually going to stream it tomorrow, and then I remembered that Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive is coming out, and I'm streaming that.
Nice.
But, it might just be me, but I'm just like, this is the longest campaign I'm pretty sure I've ever played in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have to remember, that's because I've been dying for 80% of it. Yep.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense.
And because you haven't beaten Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep.
There you go.
Because that's a pretty long one.
I'm also playing that on PC, and it looks gorgeous.
Perfect.
But it's one of those games where it's one of those games with the ultra settings. You're not supposed to be able to run the game on ultra.
Right.
Like, I don't know why it exists other than maybe for taking screenshots. But I'm running the game at max settings. I'm getting about max 26 frames a second.
Yeah. Sounds about
and
right.
when I turn everything down to high and turn off particle acceleration and fucking ambient occlusion and all that garbage that nobody cares about, or long shadows, reflection quality, I'm getting about probably 80 frames. And let me tell you,
that's nice. You
need to play the fucking game at 80 frames a second. I went back and played the PS4 version, and I'm like, this looks like fucking dog shit.
That's what.
Now that I played the PC version.
That's why people become part of the PC master race.
Yeah. As soon as you get spoiled by it, like one of the Games Pass games that I play a lot is Forza Horizon 4, and I started playing it on my Xbox One. I loved it. It was great. It's 30 frames a second, but I didn't know any better.
Right.
And then when I got my laptop and I installed it on there, max settings 144 FPS, solid all the time. And then I look back at the Xbox version, it looks like a slideshow. I'm like, oh my god, how did I do that?
Motherfucker, you are hard on the eyes.
Yeah. But no, what I was gonna say when we started talking about the Half-Life thing, like I said, it's kind of an aside. I really like seeing that VR wasn't just like a flash in the pan. Like there's so many over the course of the years, there's so many like tech things that have come out like that, where it's like really exciting tech with a lot of potential. But like it comes out, some people, some early adopters, idiots like us pick it up, and then it just kind of fizzles out and people forget about it. And then it's just like, hey, remember that one time that Samsung released the X or Y, and it's just like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
I'll tell you though,
like a year later, But yeah, like I love the fact that VR has been around for a few years now. And granted, it still doesn't have like a wide install base in the grand scheme of things. It's like kept its momentum going well enough to where it's not going anywhere anytime soon at this point, and it's only getting better. So I'm happy about that.
It's getting massively better.
I'm
and
not
I will
as
post...
happy that I decided to adopt it early with the PlayStation VR. I kind of wish I would have held off
after the podcast. I will post the actual link for that little video of the liquid in the bottle. And again, that doesn't sound like anything. It really kind of doesn't. I mean, like, look at this liquid in the bottle. But when you're looking at liquid. It in VR world, the technology that it takes to do that, and how incredibly smooth and just beautiful it looks, that's kind of the whole ordeal. Technology is coming, with VR leaps and bounds, and it's going to be awesome.
What's inside this bottle?
Oh my god, it's
liquid snake.
It's not.
Oh, you're right. It's full liquid.
Exactly.
It's not over yet. Dave's story's not over yet.
Dude, my story's never fucking over, man.
I gotta tell you, I'm actually playing a game right now.
Right this second.
Good story.
Right this second.
What are you playing?
I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online Greymore.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, it's a blast being back in Skyrim. Like, it looks so great, and just they have all the classic landmarks, like the Dragon Bridge, and like all the stuff that they just kind of faithfully carried over, like from Skyrim to kind of like, I guess, that bridge, that connection, and make it seem, I guess, less like you're playing Elder Scrolls Online. And I thought that was an interesting choice. I'm like, okay, so for the next expansion of ESO, we're gonna put in like an environment and gameplay mechanics that almost make you kind of forget that you're playing ESO and you're playing, honestly, like the better one of the recent Elder Scrolls games.
It's like Bethesda's just like, all right, guys, we're gonna stop re-releasing Skyrim on every other system. We're done re-releasing Skyrim. Psych! We just released Skyrim for Elder Scrolls Online.
ESO presents Skyrim. Yeah,
that's good that you're mentioning Skyrim right now, because Don just said I just got a VR for my PS4. What would you guys recommend for a couple of games to try out with? Skyrim VR. Skyrim VR.
Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil 7.
Skyrim VR is good. I would say.
Was it Hot Shot?
Because of Hot Shot? Super Hot VR.
Super Hot, yeah.
The games that I would say are absolute essentials for PlayStation VR are Super Hot VR,
POV and Pornhub. There's a page specifically. I don't know this for a fact, but someone told me there's a page specifically for VR pornography. Link is in the description.
But yeah, Super Hot VR, Job Simulator.
Yep.
Those are just fantastic. I want you
now,
to die.
Job Simulator is so good.
And now Vacation Simulator.
What is it?
No, I haven't played that one yet.
It's so good.
I haven't played that
one. What was it called?
Vacation Simulator.
Oh, yes.
Looks like you're playing it right now. Fucking sitting on the beach of Hawaii.
I got my new AC in, man. It's fucking great.
That's
awesome.
It's
blowing the trees.
Holy crap.
Probably the best adult purchase I've made recently.
Nice.
I like how you it's blowing so hard that it's causing the waves behind you.
Yeah, right. It's pretty intense.
I turned mine off because my gate thing wasn't working, so I said,
I do the podcast in a 90-degree room with a small desk fan that's kind of sort of keeping me alive.
It's not working anymore.
Also, you have to remember that, like, I actually had to, in order to get the proper AC, like with the correct number of BTUs, to make it feel like, something's actually happening, I actually had to take measurements of my studio, and I just found out that my studio is like comically long. So my studio is 8 feet wide by 19 feet long, like in length.
Yeah,
and it's 10 feet long. It's 10 feet. It's a front, 10 feet high.
It's essentially a front porch.
It's not really a front. It's just like a sunroom.
Yeah,
right.
Now, for me, I just go with, if I don't know, I go with an 8,000. So
it's like it's like the number the answer for everything. 8,000.
8,000. So my room, I mean, as small as this room kind of is, it's what, a 17 by 15 or something. I don't know. I just said, you know what, 8,000, whatever. It doesn't matter. It'll either work too good, or it'll work too good.
It'll work too good.
I don't know. But anyway, it's definitely important to keep everything that we have nice and cool. Speaking of that, my PlayStation 4 Pro is up on a little shelf over here, okay? And the back of it is about 4 to 5 inches, maybe 6 inches. It's right in your head, dude. Right in your head.
Right here.
From the window. The other day...
To the wall?
Yeah, to the wall.
Okay.
The other day I found out that it got a little bit warm, the window, because the sun's what happens.
Right.
This thing got so incredibly loud that I couldn't talk through this and just talk normally to you guys. It was incredibly loud, and I had to turn it off.
Gotta tell you,
it was fucked up.
The number one reason I don't fucking play PlayStation right now is that it desperately trying to tell me that it wants to take flight and then orbit Saturn.
So as much as we love PlayStation, we're not giving anybody good reasons to buy one.
I can't do it.
Yep.
It's like and my PlayStation is across the room.
It's way the fuck over there.
I have 25 foot HDMI cable going from like my system, like my console to my TV, and my HDMI splitter coming all the way over to my capture card. And I'm playing Sekiro, and I'm just like, shut up!
It is worth noting that PS4 had PS4 Pro had like a couple variants to it. The first run of them, or the first couple runs of them, had that noise issue. Mine, the Spider-Man PS4 Pro, I haven't had a single issue with noise coming from it. Like, I mean, it sometimes during like specific games, like Horizon Zero Dawn gets it a little loud. But I mean, it's not nearly like what you guys have explained to me. It just,
look at me, Mister! I can hear the games that I'm playing. Awesome. You think you're better than me?
Yeah, tell me again how I got a fucking lemon, dude. All right, cool. That's exactly what I want to hear.
You know what? We both got lemons. It's a real lemon party up in here.
That's right. Yo, did you guys see that The Last of Us 2 got an extended gameplay preview?
That is something that happened.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, it is.
I did not watch it because some of us work for a living, Dave.
You work at home. Fuck you.
I haven't.
I have to answer emails sometimes.
I've been kind of purposefully avoiding the media on The Last of Us 2, because I've been hearing that a lot of it is being perceived as too spoilery, and The Last of Us, like, I mean, honestly, it's probably going to be spoiled for me by the time I play it anyway, because it's not a day one purchase for me. I'll probably get it like a year down the road or something. But still, like, I want to go into it as fresh as possible whenever I do.
People are definitely spoiling it all over the internet. Yeah. Evidently, the end of it's already known.
Ellie and Joel are in it. Whoa.
Oh, spoiler alert. It has fucking mushroom zombies Oh no!
They should have just called them mushroom zombies.
They should have.
They missed a great naming opportunity for
It's
me.
simple and effective. I love it.
Exactly, it gets the point across.
That's right.
On the other hand, Ghost of Tsushima absolutely is a day one purchase for me.
I already
And
own
that's
Ghost of Tsushima. It's called Sekiro.
I want.
When
more
is that
of it.
coming out?
Play the Sekiro you have before you get more.
You have to
it's
beat it
coming out
first.
July 16th,
Oh, so that's relatively quick.
something like that. Yeah, it's only like a month and a half away or so. Yeah, I have the special edition pre-ordered. I'm really jazzed about that one. And then of course Cyberpunk. I just got a little Keanu boy here. He's falling.
I don't know.
over.
I've seen
He's
countless
falling over
trailers.
because he's drunk.
I've heard
Look at
all
him,
the
he's being-
gameplay. I've heard all the features. I've heard all
He's
the genital
beautiful.
customization.
Oh my god, I didn't see him yet. I just saw a picture.
Right? Oh, isn't he dope? That's why
He
he
is
fell
dope.
over though, because he's drinking.
What's he hold? Is that what that
He's-
is?
He's
Drinking?
got the guitar on the back,
That's fucking
just-
awesome.
and he's got
I
the,
don't get it with Cyberpunk.
Guys,
You're breathtaking.
you don't get it with Cyberpunk? What do you mean by that?
I've seen the gameplay. I've seen the trailers. I've heard about the genital customization.
That's
for
hot.
some reason.
I'm excited about
And
that.
I'm looking at it all, and you know, and I know everything is completely 100% subjective, and different people like different things. I'm just looking at the game, and I'm just like, I don't care about this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's teach their own. To me, it looks like Deus Ex: Human Revolution 2, and I'm cool with that. I mean, I know Mankind Divided existed, but
Right.
whatever. Yeah,
So-
I mean, it's not as high up. It's not quite like Ghost of Tsushima level of hype for me. But I am pretty damn stoked for it. It looks really cool.
I gotta tell you
I think-
guys. Oh, go ahead, Tony.
I was gonna say, I think like me personally, and I think Kelly can get on board with that. Isn't that right, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yep. It looks great. And The Last of Us Part 2 is definitely it for me, and I think that's why I purposefully been putting it off, because I'm just I want that.
It is best to
surprise.
avoid that crap.
Yeah,
It really
and
is.
honestly, and I think I've said this before on one of the other podcasts, but I think it bears repeating. I think that they kind of shot themselves in the foot by announcing that Joel was in it.
Right.
That should have been a big in-game reveal. Like,
Yeah.
that was a bit of a missed opportunity for some shock value.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, I wonder if Joel's in it, and then I see the trailer, and there he is. I'm like, yes,
Okay,
There he is.
he is.
he is.
Hi.
But I think once you get to like a certain quality of game or whatever, like those, just really big like exclusives and some of those AAA games that aren't games as service bullshit. Like it's to a point where there's no wrong answer of which one you're more hyped for or whatever. Like with the upcoming big games, Tony is obviously Last of Us 2 is the one that he is fucking about. Ghost of Tsushima is the one that I'm fucking about. Cyberpunk is the one that Kelly's fucking about. Dave is excited for some indie game, I'm sure. But but like when you get to that point, like
Yep.
none of those is the wrong one to be more excited for. Like Last of Us 2 is by far the lowest on the list for me personally. Like I do want to play it. I liked the first one. I didn't think it was one of the greatest games of all time or anything, but I enjoyed it.
I have to.
And I'll play the second one, but it's not I have to run out and play it now. But I totally see why Tony does want to run out and play it immediately, because it looks like an incredible piece of game design. Just not something that I would find personally as fun as Ghost of Tsushima.
Right.
But
I got to tell you, there's not one game that I'm actually overexcited for. There really isn't.
What was it about the Far from Malaysia sequel?
I'm not really.
Malaysia.
I'm. It's a far from Melusina. All right, get it right.
Oh.
I'm not excited for any single game to come out. I'm not overly excited like I am like with Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man, God of War, any of the Far Cry things. I just want to see what the goddamn PlayStation 4 looks like. That's the only reason I'm excited. That's it.
Well, then
There's
look to your
nothing else.
right.
No, PlayStation 5. I just want
Okay.
to see. That's my anticipation in 2020. That's it. The games are
I
coming
agree.
out. Awesome. Can't wait. I'm gonna get them all. Don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm really just over the moon fucking excited just to even see what it looks like.
Yeah,
But I will tell you
agree
guys
with
right
that.
now, I'm a firm believer, and we all know this is true, that Xbox and PlayStation, they're kind of keeping a really close eye on each other. Because
Oh, yeah.
Sony yesterday, or the day before, updated their website, which we told you, and Xbox just did also. So
Yep.
now you can go on, it says Xbox Series X coming 2020 holiday, and there's a button that says coming soon right on their website.
It's-
So they're definitely keeping an eye on each other and kind of nitpicking
I
little
think
shit. I like it.
I mean, when Xbox One X, no, Xbox One, fucking Microsoft with your naming conventions, fucking stop it.
Yeah.
Xbox One and PS4 reveal, like Xbox One was revealed, and they're like, "Oh yeah, here you go, Xbox One, $500, and you can have Kinect watching you all day long." Isn't that cool? And then Sony's like, "Oh yeah, 400." Just saying, you don't have to have a camera that's watching you all the time. We got games. Come play the
Yeah.
games.
Come play
And
the
that
game.
and that was like, that's why Sony pretty much overwhelmingly won this generation in terms of
Yep.
sales numbers and all that stuff. I mean, Microsoft has caught up a bit, but like especially that first year, like Sony was just stomping Microsoft in
Yep.
numbers. And I think that, that price gap was a big part of the reason for that. And both companies know that. So both companies, neither one of them want to like sell their system at a loss, but I think both of them will if it means undercutting the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
I'm
so-
excited about two things with the Xbox Series X. I'm excited about the console because it looks awesome. And I'm also excited about the little grippy triggers.
that was pretty dope.
Very small detail, but I like that.
Yeah.
Good one.
It is weird how little information we have on the PS5
Mhm.
right now, though,
Yeah, considering
based
that
on
it's
how close it's
supposedly
supposed to be.
6 months away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like normally we would have at least seen the box or seen more of gameplay other than just some tech demo from Epic Games, which admittedly was an incredibly impressive tech demo.
Yeah.
But normally we would have a lot more to chew on by now. So hopefully that June 3rd date is gonna stand true, and hopefully it's gonna be more than Mark Cerny boring me to death for an hour and a half.
That was terrible. I still have nightmares of that bullshit.
I mean, it was
Wait, are
obviously
you
meant.
trying to tell me that you're not interested in the video memory allocation compared to the heatsink levels?
Yeah, I
of the
know, it's
CPU?
crazy.
Exactly.
It's
What the
absolutely
fuck, dude?
insane.
It's riveting.
But like obviously that video was meant for game devs, and the fact that they even announced it as, "Oh yeah, hey, check out on our YouTube page, there's gonna be a deep dive into the PS5." Not a single person who isn't a game developer wanted that video.
Yeah.
No one.
Two things, Don. Any news on another Far Cry? There was some rumors about Far Cry's coming out. Those are probably always going to come out. I don't have anything concrete because it was just a rumor. Also, Don, I'm gonna make a comment to what else you said. Maybe they keep us guessing to keep us interested. Who would they keep interested? The millions and millions of gamers that are already going to buy it? I mean,
Yeah.
They don't have to keep us interested. Our pockets are already open. Most people don't go backwards. Well, not all the time. People don't usually go backwards with consoles. They go forward. You know what I mean?
I'm really hoping that this PlayStation 5 reveal is either one about the hardware itself, or even if they're just going to say, "Oh, yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn 2, God of War 2, and, we own Castlevania, Silent Hill, and, the other one now."
Right.
What's the other one? Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
So expect those, for the PlayStation 5. And
Right.
to me, at that point, that would be just as good,
Mhm.
if not better, than hardware news.
Yeah.
We want to see games. We're gamers. We love video
Well,
games.
you're gonna get
We
the
wanna see
games.
Yeah, I want to see the box, but frankly,
Just
I
want to see
really
the
don't.
box.
I really don't give a shit what the thing looks like sitting on my entertainment center. It could look like that dev kit that they had that looks like a fucking spaceship with
I'd
all
totally
the holes
fucking
in
buy
it, that
that.
weird V.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
I if it honestly, I kind of hope it looks like that because
But
I
I'm
like
a freak,
gaudy
man.
fucking
I'm also a
weird
little
shit.
more. I'm also a little bit more of a tech guy, also.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, speaking of spaceship, I have a little anecdotal story.
Ooh, I do love
So
spaceships.
yesterday I tried because it was free for this week, Star Citizen,
Okay.
and after the 3-hour download, the creating an account, finding a username that wasn't taken, and everything, I finally launched into the game. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
I could not figure out how to get out of my bedroom. The game is so overtly complicated. And the people, there were maybe about 7 other people that I was in the server with. And I was just reading their chats. Everything was all just very public chat. And they were all just like, oh, yeah, I bought this spaceship yesterday from the website. Only cost me $4,500, and I'm like,
Dude, people are spending real money in that fucking game.
and
Real money.
It's like another Eve Online kind of
Yeah.
dude,
situation.
it's like EVE Online on steroids.
Yeah. Speaking of hardware,
Because you have to buy insurance on the ship.
I'm putting
Because
together.
if it blows up, you're done.
I'm putting together a computer over here for one of our fans, Shane, and he's not being gifted it. He paid for it, guys. I had to be careful how I said that.
right.
So I truly forgot how difficult it is to kind of learn new things that you may have never
Yep.
touched before.
Right.
That's why
one of those-
I paid someone to do it.
Well, I mean, he's yeah. Anyway, he those all-in-one closed loop coolers.
Yep.
Super difficult to put that fucking thing in there. God damn it. It was so fucking huge. I fought with it for about 2 hours today. Maybe an hour.
Jesus.
Maybe 45 minutes. Who knows?
And the cable
Fucking
management
irritated me.
alone on that.
Well, you almost
is
can't.
amazing.
I mean,
Yeah.
where the fuck are you going to put that thing?
You got to be a wizard, man.
You got to be a fucking wizard. So
Yeah.
I did wizard
I mean,
it in
you
there
got-
finally.
You got the wizard beard.
I was
so
fucking
knew that
swearing, dude.
you'd
I
get
was
there.
swearing
Dude,
all over this fucking room.
see, it gets to the point where, I mean, yeah, how many PCs have I, between the two of us, how many PCs have we built? How many have
A
we,
lot. Mhm.
upgraded? Yes, a lot. And it gets to the point where I'm like getting my new rig and I'm like looking at all the stuff and I'm just like, you know what? I can do this. I absolutely can
Just
do
don't
this.
want to.
I
Yeah.
just don't fucking
Yeah.
want to.
And that's a lot of
And then
reasons why
it-
we still have mechanics and we still
Yeah.
have all these
And-
people.
And even
Yeah.
then, I'm like, I bought a new chassis for my old PC,
Mhm.
and just to kind of have them, match a little bit. I'm a fan of the minimalist design, and just moving my already put together PC over to the new chassis after about 2 hours, I'm just like,
Yeah. Fuck that.
Fucking
Done with
done.
that thing.
I
Done
hate
with it.
this.
Yeah.
And then by the time I was done, I somehow, even though it was just me standing over like a computer chassis, I'm just like sweaty, and I'm just like, holy shit, man, I'm out of shape.
Yeah, it was I'm having a blast putting it together. I forgot how much of a pain in the ass some things are, but those fucking coolers, it was weird. It was very weird. And then it didn't really come with very good directions. I mean, don't get me wrong, it came with directions. But
It's got directions. It
It's
directs
got
you to do
directions.
fucking something.
This fucking room's a mess with boxes, though. It's really funny. But either way, it's a good time. And yeah, Shane said that's why I paid someone to do it. Tony, you didn't fucking pay me, you asshole. God damn it.
He
Well-
pays us with his love and affection.
Oh,
That's right.
Got him.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. We're gonna get work out of that guy.
It's gonna kick ass, but we love you. Shane.
Yeah. So,
You know what you just do? Just put 30 Winter House gaming stickers on it.
Oh
And then
fuck!
there
I
you go.
should just the whole thing just covered in Winterhouse Gaming. That'd be an awesome box right there.
Right?
Custom colored with Winterhouse.
You said you love our content. Prove it.
Prove it.
Fuck
Yeah.
airflow.
I want you to take a sticker
you
right
say?
now, Shane, if you have any, and I want you to just smack it right in your girlfriend's forehead. Prove it.
Prove it.
Yeah. So
no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't actually do
I mean,
that. But
the shitty thing is, I told another friend, Brandon Hagen, because he's been wanting to do it too. I was like, oh, just get all the parts. I'll buy it. I'll build it for you. Son of a bitch. Fucking open mouth, insert foot. What that's called. But either way,
hey, that's your fault.
that's my fault. Yeah.
that is your fault.
I do miss it though, like building. It's been a long time, probably 6. Wait, when did I build mine? 3 years? I think it's been 3 years.
I think so. No, I thought it had been 2.
2
Is it the
years?
one you got with the comically large, like, CPU fan?
That was
Oh yeah.
yeah, dude. It's still,
Okay.
dude. I'm still rocking that fucking thing.
It works, right?
It does. It's like this big.
It
and
better fucking work.
It's unnecessary. Daryl, if you're watching, why? Why did you have it? Why did you sell it to me? It's so weird.
You can buy new ones.
That involves
You can.
taking all the wire. I wish I could bring the camera down there and show you guys the wires down there. It is fucking nightmare. Carrie moved around the set over here because she's getting it all set up for her school thing that she's going to be doing. And
Yep.
she pulled out a massive box of wires that were just not plugged in. This isn't even half of them. It's just things that just weren't plugged in. And she's like, why do you
Nice.
do this? And I'm like, just don't. Just let me have this. Just who cares?
Eric, real quick, Eric.
Tony.
Did you see what I sent you in the Discord? August 27th, PS4 Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered.
Bro, it is still, what was it, E3 last year when Square Enix dropped fucking, they're like, oh yeah, guess what? Final Fantasy VIII Remaster. Oh, and guess what? Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle Remaster. You can ask Tony. Those two things I have been clamoring about for fucking years now.
Yeah.
Years.
Final Fantasy
Literally
VIII,
years.
literally fucking years, because Final Fantasy VIII is it's hard for me to say between 7 and 8 which one's my absolute favorite, but still 8 holds a very special place in my heart, and it gets shit on so much by the like general fandom and stuff of Final Fantasy, and I'm like,
Right.
why? It's so fucking good.
You know what you need
And,
to do, Eric? Are you talking about 8?
Yeah, but
Okay.
Crystal
They need
Chronicles
to.
Crystal Chronicles was always kind of like, in my opinion, sort of a hidden gem. Like, not a ton of people played it, and the sequels were fucking garbage, in my opinion.
There were
The
sequels?
DS, yeah, on the DS. Don't bother with them.
He's like, I don't.
They
I don't
were, they were,
Sequel.
yeah,
yeah,
they-
exactly.
they were just like missing the vibe of Crystal Chronicles. Like, they didn't feel like Crystal Chronicles at all. They kind of
Yeah.
went more like dungeon crawly, more.
I
They just went in a
understand.
different direction.
I understand
But,
that it's a staple of the game, like the gameplay, but I gotta tell you, I hated that stupid fucking chalice.
Yeah.
I if they could have found a way so that they could have just eliminated the chalice, or make it so that like it's bigger, or I don't have to deal with it as much.
I think there
Um,
were power-ups in the game or something that made the chalice ring bigger. I don't remember off the top of my head. I feel like that was a thing. But
Viagra.
either way, yeah, that was a common complaint about the game, and I definitely get it. But I loved the like not asymmetrical multiplayer, but like I guess it's asymmetrical in a way, where you were all cooperative with each other. But I loved how, because of the fact that the game forced you, of course, to play on Game Boy Advances via the link cable to the GameCube, everyone had their own screen where they could see they had like a specific goal to like, do better than the other players or whatever. So like, you're trying to achieve that specific thing. Of course, one person would always get the one that says, oh, hold the chalice longer than anyone else, and everybody just kind of agrees that that's the chalice carrier for that dungeon. But it was really cool way to kind of like, whoever performed their task the best, like, oh, kill the most enemies with fire spells, or carry the chalice the most, or eat the most fruit, or whatever. Fucking like everyone had a random thing, and whoever performed their challenge the best got first dibs at the post level rewards or whatever. And that was just, I always thought that was a really cool and unique way to make the game both competitive and cooperative at the same time. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really charming. I'm glad it's coming back. I know it wasn't a popular game, but I don't care.
There is a
I'm happy about it.
There's one game I'm mildly excited for. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. It's going to be dropping in 2021, okay. Sorry. I'm actually excited about that. I like Sinking City.
About those games.
Yeah, I liked Sinking City and kind of exploring and being a detective. And I bet this Sherlock Holmes game, which looks great, they should have done the Fast and Furious game. It looks fantastic. I bet that game right there would be pretty good for exploring and detective work.
I feel like that game could have a similar vibe with, and I actually just started playing this recently because, now that I have a PC that doesn't cry every time I try to do anything, I feel like that Sherlock Holmes game would have a very similar vibe to Alan Wake. Yeah,
okay.
And I'm getting into Alan Wake just now, and it's a very quality game.
Wait, you're playing that and ESO right now?
No, like I'm playing it as in like I'm currently
you've been dabbling,
kind of waiting through the story.
Right. Yeah. No, it was good. Alan Wake was good, and I bet you're absolutely right. There's a really good chance that this is going to be, kind of have the same feel to it. And I think we're kind of about due for a Sherlock Holmes game again.
Yeah. Are they still doing the show? I don't know.
I don't think so. But I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch, right? Am I right?
Am I right?
Yes.
He's so fucking awesome.
But a white boy can't be con.
Yeah, he's so awesome. All right, you guys got any more news before we go ahead and head out?
Really, the only thing that I can think of is coming to Game Pass next month is No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm. Which is I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I know, it's great. I mean, honestly, I think I'm excited to see how it looks in 4K.
Yep.
So I'm gonna definitely try that native 4K, and I just found out that a game that I've been trying to find on sale is actually on Game Pass right now. Okay. Remnant from the Ashes.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, nice. I've been wanting to try that.
Yeah. So
now's a good time.
Get it.
Now's a real good time. All right, guys, I really appreciate that. Eric?
The only thing I have left to say is I should, operative term here, should be back to streaming on Tuesday mornings. This next Tuesday should be my first stream back in a few months, pretty much since the pandemic started. I fucking miss you guys. I'm ready to do
miss
a bunch
you too.
Of stupid voices and
that's
be an idiot.
Yep.
I think I'm pretty much decided on my first game coming back is going to be Doki Doki Literature Club, because I've had a few people over my time streaming ask me to play that, and it's been sitting on my PC for a while now, and I've been wanting to try it anyway, and I keep saying, well, I'm gonna stream it eventually. I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Right.
So I think that's gonna be the one.
It's gonna be the dude guy. All right, guys, thank you very much for hanging out, chilling with us. We really appreciate it. You guys rock, and we'll see you guys later. Take care.
All right, see you later, guys.